Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to do a purchase or pass and take a look at some upcoming makeup releases or items that are just freshly launched and let you know what I think about them and whether I think they're worth my dollars as well as your dollars. So thank you for watching and thank you for being subscribed. Today I'm just going to be using my phone. I'm going to be checking a couple of Instagram accounts that really kind of keep me up to date with what's going on. I'm going to start with Trend Mood, and the first thing I see here kind of has me excited is that ColourPop is actually bringing back some Super Shock shadows in new shades. Now, I shouldn't say bringing back. They've been making Super Shock shadows since day one. It was their first item they ever made. But I love that formula. I think it's really fantastic. I feel like it's super easy, especially if you like a one and done eyeshadow look. And for me, they wear it really well. They don't crease. They don't end up splitting on the eye. They just look fabulous. I really love the Super Shock formula. I think it's fantastic because I'm looking at it. There's, I need to move over. This way it gives me room to put up images. As I'm looking at this, I wanted to show you this. They've got like a bright cherry red, an orange, a purple, a lime green. I think these are all really fun colors. I tend to be more of a neutral lover, and so these may not be for me. The one though that is Ladybug, that one looks really pretty. Looks like Benefit is bringing another addition to their Hoola lineup. I love Hoola Light, but I know they have the regular Hoola. They have the, I think it's caramel Hoola, toasted Hoola. They have a new one. This is their Glow. So it's going to be kind of a shimmering bronze. I love a shimmering bronzer for summer. Nothing too like highlighty, but just kind of like slightly glowy, just a little bit more than a satin finish. That looks kind of interesting, except for Hoola Light is my perfect shade and Hoola is too deep for me. It looks like this Hoola Glow though is going to be kind of like splitting the difference between the two, and if I'm wrong, it looks like it's leaning just a little bit mauve-y. That's just on the swatches I'm seeing on the Trend Mood account. I don't know how accurate that is, but it definitely has me interested. Probably won't pick it up though because I can't wear stuff that's too dark without looking like I've got dirt on my face. Be Still My Heart. Oh my goodness, Lisa Eldridge is adding glow and color to the cheeks. Hello. So she's going to have an elevated glow highlight, which is going to kind of be a hybrid skincare and glow product that's going to be blurring, tightening, moisturizing. Oh yes, yes, yes. And there's going to be 4 skin tone adapting shades. I think that's really interesting. It's going to be $38. And I wonder, is it going to be $38 or is it going to be like set in pounds? Because up to this point, everything has been listed in pounds on the Lisa Eldridge website, and I love all of her lip products. I've been buying all of her lip products, and so that price fluctuates just based on the exchange rate. Another thing she is doing is she's bringing the Enlivening Blush. It's a cream serum formula to blend and build. Oh, hello. It aims to blur, lift, and tighten in 6 shades. It's going to be $34. It's launching on the 15th. Guess who's buying Lisa Eldridge? That would be me. Oh yes, please, please, please. This is really interesting. It looks like Good Molecules is now available for purchase on the Ulta website. One of the things that I like about Good Molecules is they don't have like 70 items in their skincare line, because that can get a little overwhelming. And I feel like it's easy to try something. And from what I've tried so far, I've had about 4 or 5 products from Good Molecules. I feel like the products work well and they're affordable, which I love. It really makes good sense to me to spend less money on the things that I, put on, leave on for a short amount of time and then wash off and they go straight down the drain. So I feel like, cleansers, balm cleansers, wash off masks, things like that make sense to get from a less expensive skincare brand as long as the ingredient deck is good and it's not going to be irritating. Always do your research, but I feel like there's some really good things at Good Molecules, and I have tried some of the items that I'm not just washing off. I think they're all really pretty good, but it really reminds me of like Inky List or The Ordinary. There's a lot of more affordable but efficacious skincare brands out there. I like that they're expanding their availability. They're not just at Beautylish anymore, but now they're at Ulta as well. Oh wow, this is expensive. Looks like Christian Louboutin is coming out with a line of eyeshadow palettes and blushes. I've always loved Christian Louboutin shoes. I don't own any because they're definitely outside of my price range. These eyeshadow palettes and face palettes come with that stud packaging on the outside. They look really interesting. They're gonna be available on the 9th of June, but I don't know what the prices are. I'm assuming because Christian Louboutin lipsticks are in the $90 range, lip glosses are in the mid 80s, that these are gonna be like really expensive. But what's kind of disappointing to me is that I look at these, I feel like the eyeshadows are really similar in tone. Gold, they're all warm. There's one that has a little bit of coolness to it. There's one that has kind of like a, what might look like a gray and maybe a taupey pink and a black with some really warmer leaning, more metallic shades. And the rest of them are just kind of like your run-of-the-mill oranges, yellows, and reds. This doesn't look exciting to me. This looks like we're cashing in on, I hate to say this, but it looks like we're cashing in on our name and fun packaging. I hope they perform really well because at whatever price these are going to end up being, it's just going to have to be like a miracle. But they're it's a no for me. Oh, Danessa Myricks has new shades of her Color Fix foils. I picked up one of the matte Color Fixes during the recent Sephora sale, and I'm gonna have to send it back. It's literally sitting right here next to a whole pile of other things that I know I need to take back. But here's why. I was using that in a specific way as liner, but only in my upper waterline, hoping it wouldn't transfer, and it transferred. So that's not how I want to use it. And the color that I got is chocolate, so I couldn't use it as a blush. It would be too deep for me. I wouldn't feel comfortable or confident wearing it as a lip color. And I just have eyeliner that's easier to apply if I wanted just a plain brown eyeliner above the lash line. So I am not saying that I'm not excited by these, but these colors are so pretty. I love Danessa Myricks' Instagram account because it makes me want to play with color, even though I am, like today, very safely in the neutral comfort zone. Looking at these shades right here just makes me want to like more color, especially now that warmer months are here. So Too Faced is bringing back their heart-shaped blushes. This is their Love Flush blush, but it looks like these are going to be a lighter weight kind of like watercolor approach. They're really light shades. The deepest shade here is kind of like a real bubblegum / Barbie pink, and the rest of them are really warm. The lightest one is so light, I wonder if it's actually going to show up on even skin as fair as mine. I don't know. And maybe just the image on Instagram is a little bit washed out, but I always thought the packaging was cute. I thought the imprint on the inside was cute. I don't know that I have this moment of like, who asked for these? Now, if you wanted to repackage the blush differently, I would understand that. If you really like the formula, come out with new colors, same formula, different packaging. I don't know. Who's still wanting those little heart-shaped anythings? And maybe now that I'm in my solid mid-40s, when I remember picking up one of these years ago, I was in my late 30s. I don't know. Maybe I'm just past that point where it's too cutesy. Let me know what you think. I think that I remember liking the formula, but I think I had one that was like almost exactly like that kind of cooler pink one, and it didn't look good on my skin. I did like the more warmer tones, and I thought the formula was nice. So I guess it's not a bad thing, and maybe nostalgia or pretty packaging is going to be a win for them. But I'm definitely not going to pick these up. Looks like KVD is bringing out a liquid cream blush. Boy, their cream and liquid blush is everywhere. These are going to be their Mod Con liquid gel blush. They're going to go for $26 a piece, and it looks like they're 4 shades. Is that really it? Huh. Packaging really kind of reminds me of what are they? The Flower Beauty, are they the Flower Bombs? But the packaging, I know a lot of people have this sort of packaging. They look, oh wow. I just swiped to the last and the colors look really intense. And I don't know if that is an intense shade and then they sheer out. I've got a lot of cream and liquid blush right now. I'm probably not going to pick these up, and these colors really aren't calling to me. Bite Beauty is bringing out a cream cheek product. This is their Daycation Whipped Cream Blush. Looks like there's 4 shades. These are really kind of interesting shades. The Watermelon Marg shade, which is the lightest, almost lavendery shade, looks interesting, but it probably wouldn't be as flattering on my skin tone. I'd probably be more of the hibiscus slush or the melon mojito kind of gal. But do I really want to pay $32 for one of these? I don't even like the colors that much. I also feel like, although the packaging, it's cute when it's like in a little circle bubble, but the minute you pull it apart and you start seeing, you know, how little product there is in the bottom, the cap looks like it's just as large, maybe larger than the amount of product you're getting in there. I don't know that I would spend $32 on this. Juvia's Place is coming out with a bronzed collection. They have 5 new bronzer duos, and I think it's so smart to do duos. I like that idea because remember the days when we used to have those giant sculpting palettes like the KVD Shade and Light palette, the one from Lorac, the one from Anastasia. I think that was the one that kind of, I remember it being the one that kind of triggered everybody wanting one. And there were a whole bunch of knockoffs of that. I just really remember that, you know, 6-pan giant size, and you'd only really go through 1 or 2 of them. Those are the ones you'd hit pan on. I feel like it's super smart to do duos. And they are, you know, duos based on people on fair skin tones all the way to super rich skin tones. And I love that diversity. That's fantastic. They also have a couple of lip glosses coming out. It looks like they have a little lip gloss trio and a new eyeshadow palette. I think out of any of this stuff, I've tried the Juvia's Place. Where is it? I have one of their glosses. And I feel like it's a nice gloss. It's just not my favorite formula. So I probably would skip on the glosses. And there's too much warmth and almost kind of red in the 6-pan eyeshadow palette. That's definitely not for me, but I would be interested in picking up. I don't know that I will, but the first thing that instantly was the bronzing duo in light. Yes, that, I don't know. You might see that here later. Who knows? I haven't purchased a Morphe product in years. The last one I did was when Jaclyn Hill came out with the Vault. And I picked up the purple palette, which was a huge fail for me. And I just have never really been impressed with the quality of Morphe products. So I quit buying them years ago. And they have another collab. This is with Coca-Cola. They're gonna have an artistry palette that's $22. Looks like they're gonna have a mini lip gloss set for $19. They're gonna have a volumizing mascara for $12. And a 5-piece brush set that comes with a bag for $26. I'm not their customer, obviously not their customer. This doesn't even look exciting to me. I don't know, and I don't know that when I look at these, it doesn't really remind me of Coca-Cola. Is that terrible? I don't know. It looks like a bunch of browns and some rainbow shades. I'm obviously not their customer. Ooh, this is something I definitely do want to pick up. This is a new product from Fenty. This is their Bright Fix Eye Brightener. I have just hit pan, not just, probably about a month ago, I hit pan in my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish. I've been using this almost every single day for the last 1.5 years, and it takes me a long time to get through a color corrector. But I would love to try this Fenty Beauty Under Eye Brightener. It hydrates, it brightens, it conceals, and it's supposed to deliver a natural no makeup effect with buildable coverage. And I don't know whether buildable coverage is going to be enough. Is this, I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm looking at all the swatches. Is this basically like a lightweight concealer? Because if it's basically just a lightweight concealer, that's not what I need. I need something that's really gonna neutralize dark shadows. I do have some really dark shadows, and I use a color corrector to kind of bring down the tone of the bluey purple, and then I do place a concealer over the top. So I don't know whether this is gonna be, maybe this would be good for like the no makeup days where I'm really not wearing much, but I just don't want these to be as giant, shining like dark circles. I don't know. I don't know. At first I was like, yes, and now I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. It's $25 each. They have 16 shades. I love the inclusivity of the shade range. That's fantastic. Fenty is known for that. It's supposed to be crease humidity and sweat resistant. Okay, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. So these are already out. They are from ColourPop. They have cheek quads. I will tell you, I do like their new kind of clear packaging. ColourPop is fine and great and all, But I saw these and I didn't really like any of the shades in these quads. They have one Super Shock highlight and then three different blushes. And it looks like they're $12. I feel like $12 is a really good price for that many cheek products, but I don't know. Yeah. So Makeup Revolution is collabing with Disney to bring you a Little Mermaid collab. The blush and highlight palette looks interesting. Actually, guess what? The blush and eyeshadow palette are the same palette. One side is eyeshadows, one side is blush. That sort of packaging really worries me. And they're really going deep here for this because the palette itself that has both the cheek products and the eye products look like a book when it's closed. This is definitely not for me. I am not the customer for this. And I feel like the colors are very here, there, and everywhere. Yellows, aquas, corals, purples, blues, greens, just like it's very scattered. It's very scattered. This is a no. Did NYX update their Butter Gloss formula? Because it says, look who's back. The Butter Gloss in Cinnamon Roll. Maybe it's just the shade that they're bringing back. I do like the NYX Butter Glosses. I think they're great. They're $5. They smell sweet and delicious. They hydrate. I feel like they're nice because they don't collect like in the corners of my mouth and string and pull. I really do like the formula. I think it's a great drugstore lip gloss. Pat McGrath is coming out with blushes. Oh, these are gorgeous. They are the Divine Blush Collection, and she's got 9 shades. Some of them are matte. Some of them actually have like a little bit of a pearl in them. And they're supposed to be limited edition. I wonder if that just means that it's, I don't know. I would think that if you're gonna make a blush, add it to your collection. Yes, please. But looking at these, there are a couple of shades here. I'm really curious to try these out. I might end up picking up one of these. I bought so much blush recently. Your girl can't use it all, but this looks really fun and really gorgeous. Does it say how much these are gonna be? Coming at the end of May, there's no listed price. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the mid to high 40s. I don't know. But I think the lightest 2 shades would be the shades I'd be the most interested in, or maybe the lightest. I'm looking at the shades here, maybe 1, 2, and 4. Number 4 is Nymphette. Number 2 is Nude Venus, and number 1 is Flirtatious. But I think those lightest 3 shades would be the ones that would be probably most conducive to not sending me into clown cheek territory. They look beautiful. Looks like Charlotte Tilbury came out with 2 new instant look into palettes. I already have 2 of these. I think they're really nice. I like them because they allow me to get like my full face on, like eyes and cheeks all in one place. So I think the interesting thing here is that they have redesigned these palettes. Normally you get the largest pan is bronzer and highlight. They have those 2 large pans at the bottom, but this time they're keeping one of the large pans bronzer and they're turning that highlight into her Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, which I love. They still are including a highlight in here, but instead of giving you 2 blush shades, they're giving you 1 blush shade and 1 highlight, which I think is super smart. The one thing that I don't like about this is that it looks like both of these powders are either the fair to light range, maybe even medium, and if you have a skin tone that's deeper than that, that powder is just gonna be useless to you. I'm definitely not going to pick it up. I already have 2 of these. I do reach for them, but not as often as I would want to pay $75 for another one. But I do like that she's kind of mixing up what she offers in there, and it's including a face powder. What is interesting here, and I see that maybe I need to go look for this, is that Maybelline has a new tinted moisturizer out. And it's their Fit Me tinted moisturizer. It looks like they've got a handful of shades, not as many as I would think you would need. But I think tinted moisturizers can work for a variety of skin tones, like one shade can work for a variety of skin tones because it is a sheerer product. But I don't know, I might have to go and pick that up. Kaleidos has their new Flower Punk collection coming out. I don't think it's out yet, but it has an eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette, although is lovely, it's not for me. They have their Cloud Lab Lip Clay. Interesting. It's a matte lip formula, soft, fluffy, with a cool, spreadable, moisturizing character of clay. I'm wondering, like, moisturizing, when I think of clay, I don't think of moisture. I spent probably 6 or 7 years in a pottery studio, and my hands would be so dry from being up to my elbows in clay. And moisturizing clay, I don't know, maybe I'm using the wrong sort of clay. Maybe they found a different type of clay that does add moisture. They also are going to have a blue agave lip mask. I don't know that any of these products, although really cool, are really going to be for me. That's going to be a no. Anastasia Beverly Hills has launched 3 new face palettes. I do like that they have a light, medium, and a deep, but the colors, they're not for me. The light one just, it looks like a kind of a bleached out Neapolitan ice cream. I hate saying that, but it doesn't look exciting. The packaging is pretty, but I'm not going to buy something for the packaging. I just don't see myself reaching for a product like this. And I do have so many new cheek products right now. Something really has to grab my attention for me to go, interesting. Urban Decay has a new powder. This is their all-nighter loose setting powder. I've been picking up so many powders recently, I don't think I could in good conscience buy another, but this seems like it would be really great if you had oily skin or you were going for super uber longevity. Like if you wear a mask all the day long and you definitely want to keep your makeup on, this might be a good product for that, but this is probably not going to be something I pick up. Dior has a Forever Natural Bronze Powder. This looks interesting. It's $48. There is definitely a shade in here that would suit me, but I don't know that I'm excited about this. I was excited about the Dior highlight that I picked up, and I have been enjoying that, but I don't know that I need a bronzer. I've got so many new bronzers, especially cream bronzers. I'm kind of sticking in that territory right now, so I'm going to take a pass on this one. The last thing I want to talk about today is a vintage collection from Besame. It's already here. I have it. This is the Marilyn Monroe collection. It's their Iconic Women. They're doing kind of like a series of releases. And I was super intrigued to get the compact. It's refillable. I love that. I didn't know whether I would like the Besame formula. I do think that I like it. I like it best on my face. In a pinch, I can use it under my eyes, but it's not the most flattering under my eyes. But I feel like the packaging itself is absolutely beautiful. And I got the set that also came with the lipstick. This is not a shade that they made specifically for this line. This is the shade Red Hot Red. If you're curious, I did a whole try on with this. I will link it for you here. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about today, and obviously I liked it so much I picked it up. So let me know if there are any new releases that are coming out that really excite you, things that you want to try, whether it's skincare, whether it's makeup, like whatever it is, please let me know in the comments down below. And if any of the ones I've mentioned here, they're already on your wish list, let me know that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you again soon.